It's only one, it's not 1 billion. Isn't it? And then they teach us English grammar, man. And simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence. I don't understand all this. And I believe, English is irrelevant. You know why? Because if your past is perfect, your future could still be tensed. That's all it is. And you know what? One would understand the meaning of all these sentences either if they have a girlfriend or married. Surprise, right? I will tell you how. So when she says, I have to go for a shopping, simple sentence. When she says, I have to go for shopping and you need to come with me, compound sentence. And when she says, I have to go shopping, you need to come with me along with your credit card, complex sentence. For some of you, it would be very complex, I understand. So all this education system, man, I do not understand. And then this woman, the shopping of women is something which the male brain never understood. You know why? Because they spent hours and hours in the shopping and suddenly you find yourself commenting on the clothes which you have no idea about. And suddenly a question pops up. Is this dress looking good? Am I looking good? And then if you reply, yes, you are looking good, then they say, oh, you have to go, that's why you are saying. From this point onwards, I am totally convinced why women clothes and terrorist organization are called outfits. Because it's a complete hostage situation there. The 2 hours don't go by words. For some of them, it would be even more than 2. That's how it is, man. In these days, I think every one of us know that cricket is not our national game. But the hype this game creates in our country makes us feel so. Isn't it? And we have, in this game, we have many funny characters. One of them is Mohammad Azharuddin. So, when Mohammad Azharuddin comes to bat, when he walks, it looks like something wrong in the human sense. So, here's Azharuddin for you. And you ask any question to Ajay, he will reply only one answer. So this guy asked Azharuddin after the match, so Azharuddin, what do you think of today's match? I think boys played well with Virat played the game and that's what important. So do you think Sachin is going to dominate in the next match, coming top in batting order? I think boys played well with Virat played the game, that's what important. So I saw Ajhar going into the Simi Garewal show. Now, Simi Garewal, according to me, is the goddess of emotional turbulence. We don't know what has happened to her life in the past, but I can bet she can make even a dog cry on the show. So she asked Ajhar some questions. What happened, Ajhar? How did you manage to go through those times? What keeps you so strong? I think the boss played well, the right played the game, that's what it is. I mean, Ajhar bhai, kam se kam iske liye to ye wala answer mat lao. And then, there are some funny characters too. Like, you name any batsman from the olden era to the modern era, Saurabh Ganguly, Vivian Richards, anyone. They have this strange habit of making sure that their back is noticed when they're batting. So here's Ganguly for you, Dada. So when Parthiv Patel saw this, he said if Ganguly can do it, if I have to be in the team, even I have to do it. But he has a small. So how he does? That's Parthiv Patel. And if you remember Ijaz Ahmed from Pakistan, he used to do even really weird. I mean, can you imagine bowling to him? I mean, if you do this to Paul Adams, who doesn't? Greatest greatest legends of this game once predicted that a man from prehistoric ages will come one day and save Indian cricket. I think that's MS Dhoni. Because the first piece of news I heard about MS Dhoni is that he consumes 4 liters of milk in a day. And that day itself I knew something big was happening. Because nobody, I believe, apart from Lord Ganesha, consumes that much of milk and got that much of publicity. And MS Dhoni has a great influence across the world. You know, funny thing is that the then Prime Minister of Pakistan, Pervez Musharraf, who haven't spoken anything good about India except Dhoni's here. So, you know, in one of the Karachi one day, after the match, he pulls his pant and comments about Dhoni's hair. He said, "Oh, I most definitely think that Dhoni has a very good hair. If you have to take my opinion, do not have haircut." I did not understand, I did not realize the importance of this speech. But later when Dhoni had a haircut, it was declared emergency in Pakistan. So you see the influence which Dhoni creates. So that is the reason why when Dhoni comes to bat, it seems like entire Jharkhand is coming to bat along with him. Here's MS. And you can clap for MS if you want. So you see that he doesn't believe on his shot, he believes on his power. He doesn't see the ball. That's MS Dhoni. And how can we get away from the topic without speaking of the Indian pace bowlers? You know, in India, pace bowlers' definition is little different. The very first name which comes into mind, speaking of pace bowling, is Munaf Patel. Once upon a time, you know, Munaf Patel used to known as pace bowler of the India. For some of those, but now, you know, now they say that his ball reaches to the batsman even after the commercial break. For those who don't know who is Munaf Patel, I will tell you. If you know Sri Sri Ravi Shankar and if you see the tranquility on the face of Ravi Shankar, you just multiply that by 100. That's Munaf Patel. Rumors are that he reduced his speed because he doesn't want opposition batsmen to get hurt. And then they talk about Ashish Nehra. You know, the problem with Ashish Nehra is that his upper body reaches to the bat before the lower body. Some invisible force is holding him from the back. You know, that is the reason why he uses his teeth to cut through the resistance. He always comes like this. And then you don't want to see him fielding. No more agony, please. And one more strange thing, what BCCI said, that he wanted Anil Kumble to get retirement as a pace bowler. So I think you must have got a fair idea what pace bowlers mean in India. You know, all these players, you know, they play good, they run between the wickets very fast. You know why? Because they have a very proper lifestyle. They have good eating habits, drinking habits and smoking habits as well. I mean, if you do this in balance, it's fine. So speaking of smoking, there was one of my friend who was a chain smoker and he used to smoke 4 to 5 packs of cigarette daily. So one day he went to a shopkeeper and asked, "Bhaiya, ek cigarette ka packet de." And he took it, he started walking off, but he could not see the sticker on it. When he saw the sticker, it was written, "Please do not smoke, this cigarette causes impotency." So immediately rushed back to the shopkeeper and said, "Bhaiya, ye kaun sa wala de diye, galat wala de diye, apne cancer wala do." That's how it is. And then, you know, these days you see people, you know, their bellies coming out quite early in the age, going bald. I do not understand. One guy went to the salon and asked the shopkeeper, "Bhaiya, tera shaving kar rahe?" You know why? Because these days people, पहले लोगों को daढ़ी नहीं करते, अभी लोगों को daढ़ी करते. Lifestyle, you know, lifestyle, eating habits and all. Too much, isn't it? And you know, these Indians, I mean we Indians, we have taken a full revenge on the British English. You know why? Because, see, consider a situation, you know, where two men are standing close to each other. One man is poking umbrella to the other man. So what they say, you know, in this situation, they say that Excuse me, mister. I'm getting disturbed from your umbrella. Can you please maintain a distance? See the English. Now, if an Indian is there and if he is in the same situation, what English word he uses? This is the word TCH. I think we have done the same thing to the British English what they have done to India a lot long ago. Isn't it? So that's it. You have been a great audience. Thanks for the opportunity, guys. Thank you.